Wagwan everybody, my name is Peter and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be trying out Morphe's bronzer, and this is in the shade Malibu Villa. This is going to be Morphe's Cheek Thrills Bronze and Tone Duo. We're going to be trying out this Cheek Thrills Multi-Finish Face Trio, and this is in the shade Poolside Spritz. And this is actually a new shade. This is a cream, this is the highlight, and this is the powder. We're trying Rare Beauty's new eyeshadow palette. This is a neutral palette. We're also trying out this lip liner from Morphe, and then we are going to be trying out Fenty's new liquid lipstick shades. So we have a brown, a burgundy, peachish color, and then we have like this mauve. So if you're interested, let's get to it. I've already put on my foundation and I've already concealed. Let me set the concealer. I'm just gonna set the T-zone areas. Oh, I shouldn't say T-zone areas. I'm gonna set the T-zone. There's only one T-zone, right? All right, so now let's try the bronzer. This is in the shade Malibu Vanilla. This is the Cheek Thrills Bronze and Tone Duo. The cream is up here, and that's the powder bronzer. I'm not really seeing much coming out on there. Let's see, nothing. Yeah, just a little. All right, let's go bigger. Let's just swirl, I guess. All right, so there we go. And okay, that's very red. Wow, that's almost purple. All right, let's try it. That is almost purple. Isn't that interesting? All right, so it's blending okay. It feels more like petroleum jelly. So far it is blending out fine. That's interesting, the color. I wonder how it's gonna look when you put the powder on it. It looks so purple, but at least we know it's blending out. You can see it showing up here, right? It is showing up. It's certainly not interacting in a negative way with the areas that I've set, so that's good. So far on my face, it looks almost like it's giving it a sheen, and then it is certainly melting into my skin, and it's not leaving like a tackiness. Now let us try the powder. This is definitely red, definitely bronzing. It is buildable because I'm seeing it getting darker as I apply it, right? It definitely is a nice bronzer shade. Yeah, I really do like more of a red bronzer. So that is definitely giving bronzer color. Alrighty, there we go. See if it's blendable. Alright, this definitely blends. So far, I am liking it. I'm liking that it is certainly giving me that sun-kissed look. It is very authentic as a bronzer, and I'm loving it. It reminds me a lot of the Fenty Beauty Mocha Mami. Yeah, the color looks lighter than what it looks like. Does it? I think so. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But the color to me could be questionable when I thought of whether or not it would do the bronze. It would give me that bronzed sun-kissed look, but so far I'm liking it. I'm gonna try to put somewhere I contour my nose, like right in these areas right here, and you can see it's definitely showing up there, right? All right, shows up beautifully. Let us do the cheek. Let's do the new shade cheek thrills in the shade Poolside Spritz. So this is a very orange blush. Let's do a test. There we go. Let us do it. Dig in there. It definitely feels so emollient, like petroleum jelly. And then let's do that part. This also feels very silky and creamy. More creamy than a powder. And this feels like a powder. All right. So that is what it looks like. Using kind of a dense, it's not too dense. It being a buffer brush, should be able to apply this very well. There we go. Let's just apply. Okay. It is showing up. Okay. It is buildable. Trying to blend it into the contour as well, or the bronzer. It is definitely showing up. It's blendable, and it definitely goes right into my skin. All right. All right, let's see here. Let's just blend, blend, blend. Okay, let's build it up. And it definitely blends well with the bronzer. Let's add the powder. I'm using a very loose buffer brush. And there is some kick up. And let's see how pigmented this is. Alrighty. Let's see, is it buildable? Okay, it definitely is buildable. Blends nicely into the skin. All right, very blendable. Definitely looks pretty. It definitely blends very well into that cream product, right? And into the bronzer. It almost is giving me a terracotta look as I'm building it up. All right, let's do the other side. Yeah, very terracotta. Not as orange as it looks in the palette, right? Orange. And then it gives that terracotta look and feel. All right, it's definitely buildable. Almost is looking red now. Alrighty, blends well into the bronzer. I am going to go into the highlight, and I'm going to use this very fluffy brush. And let's see. Nothing much coming up on here. Let's just, this is very nice. I mean, I can see going straight into that, merging so well into the blush and also right into my skin. Not much is coming up on here, but it's there. It's not overwhelming. Certainly not overwhelming, but I feel like it's not coming up too much. All right, let's see. Just put it, you can see it's showing up right here. Okay, so maybe a denser brush. If you wanted to show up more, you could use a denser brush. I just want a hint of it. Oh, wow. Okay, I think it's there. It's just because the words are being marked out. Let's see. It looks like it's there. It's barely there. It's showing up subtly. I'm gonna use my fingers now and just put some on my nose. Okay. And it just blended right into my skin right there. There we go. So I think two ways. You could use a denser brush, or you could just use your fingers. It seemed to be showing up a lot more when I'm using my fingers, but if you want to use a fluffy brush, it will just give you a hint. Okay, so I have set my face with setting spray and powdered it down a little bit. Now let us try the RiRi Beauty eyeshadow palette. Here is the palette. There are 5 matte shades. So those are the shades. They are certainly not showing up on my skin, huh? Let us try this brown shade. It's a more warm tone brown. It definitely has a lot of kick up, so be aware of that. Definitely is blending fine. All right, let's create a nice look. Okay. This is a very nice neutral palette. One of those that you can wear every day. This is also looking very cool toned brown now that I'm putting it on my skin. Definitely looking cool toned brown. All right, let's use a fluffy brush and dip into this brown here. Definitely gets on there. Let's just put at the edge here to just give some definition. It is definitely blendable. So it's buildable and blendable. All right. Buildable and blendable. I'm going to put some on my lower lash line. I'm going to put some of the dark one there. That same dark brown, this one. Just putting that down here. I'm going to take this champagne color here, this one. I'm gonna just put that. Ooh, it's very creamy. This one here, very creamy. I'm going to use this champagne color. Wow, that is very, very pigmented. That is very sparkly. That looks pretty. I'm gonna take this pink shade and I'm gonna put that in the corner here. This one feels more like chunks of reflex. This like glitter. So I'm gonna go up here instead, just so it can blend. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. So we are putting it all over the lid, that brown all over the lid. Blend out the edges a little. Okay. Then I'm going to put the darker brown in the corner, the outer corner here, and blend. Now let us use I'll use my middle finger for here. That is very, it looks very beautiful. I'm wondering if it will last long, like throughout the day, what it would look like. Okay, so this is my eye so far. It's okay. It's okay. You know, it's pretty neutral palette. Let's test out these 4 lip colors and this lip liner. We're using the shade Trendsetter to line the lips. It feels a little rough. Yeah, not as creamy as some other lip liners that I have used. Let us try the chocolate color. This one is in the shade Unlawful. So this looks darker than when wet. Let's see what it's gonna look like when it's dried. It looks lighter in the bottle than on my lips. This burgundy shade is called Underdawg. This is what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like on the lips. This is what it looks like. It's a nice burgundy color. It also looks darker than in the bottle. It looks more like a wine color. Now we are gonna be trying this color. This is in the shade RiRi. So in the bottle it looks more pink. On my lips it looks more lilac. And then I'm trying the last shade called Uninterested. I like this already. This is Uninterested. It can literally be worn with anything, any eye color. It's a very pretty neutral, kind of like a nude for me. Oh, you're there. I did not realize you were there. Oh, okay. So this is what my face looks like today at the end of this all. Oh, it looks okay. It's a pretty neutral look. I'm loving the lips. Yeah, I think this is the only shade I actually like out of the 4 lipsticks. I find the pencil to be a little harsh. The blush palette now is very beautiful. I think it works. If you're looking for packaging, this is not it. The packaging looks okay. It's just pretty cheap feeling. It's just like $19. So I guess it is to be expected. I am liking the glow from the highlighter, the powder, everything is well blended in. I think it's certainly worth the money, the $19. I also like the bronzer. The bronzer melted into my skin. It looks nice. It also melted in with the blush, so it looks like the 2 formulas work together. So I definitely would recommend the blush palette and the bronzer palette. For the Rare Beauty eyeshadow palette, no, it's nice and small to travel with. If you're looking for a palette that's just neutral, that has just some basic colors that can give you a nice eye look, then this certainly is good for that. Having a mirror also is another plus. I find that it's pretty boring. However, though it's boring, the the colors are blendable, buildable, and pigmented. Are there other palettes out there that would work? Yeah, but if you probably don't have a palette and you just want something basic, I think this would be nice. Overall, I am thinking that these were good to try. So what are your thoughts? Was the review helpful? Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Thank you for always tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so that every time I upload a video, you'll be notified. So in the meantime, walk good. For our check-in, I am looking at my face and I'm still seeing the blush. There it is. Blush is still there. Face is looking like I have bronzed, or I was out in the sun and I got a nice tan. So that is what it's looking like, and I am here for it. My eyes, the colors seem to have worn off a little. It's like it has settled into my skin. I am not seeing any creasing though. Maybe it's there and I'm just not able to tell. Right here, are you seeing any creasing? I'm not sure. The lips are there. I've had lunch and I am loving my lips. Looks so natural and I love that. So just thought I'd just give a half an hour check-in. Not a half an hour, a halfway check-in, just so you can see after 4 hours what it looks like. Actually, it's about 5 or 6 hours since I've put this on. I'm looking bronzed. The makeup has settled nicely into my skin. There's a pop of color, or a huge pop of color on my cheeks from the blush, and my lips are there despite eating, so we know that this lipstick is tried and true and long lasting. I didn't really plan to do a wear test, but I ended up doing one, and I just thought I'll check in and let you see what my face is looking like after about 8 hours. The blush is still popping, it's still bright. My face is still bronzed and looking natural. I definitely think my favorite are the bronzer and the blush. The lip is looking a lot more natural, with a hint of pink. My eyes, it's okay. 8 hours later.